Now, it has been dubbed the richest game in football. Two West London rivals, Brentford and Fulham, will go head-to-head later to try to get promotion to the Premier League. There is plenty at stake for both teams, not least money. Victory would be worth more than $200 million to Brentford and about $170 million, to be precise, to Fulham over the next 3 years. A Brentford win would see the team return to the top flight for the first time in 73 years. The team narrowly missed out on automatic promotion this season after losing their first 2 games of the season, the restarted season. If they fail to win now, the Bees will have taken part in more unsuccessful playoff campaigns in the English Football League than any other club. On the other side, Fulham spent 13 consecutive seasons at the top tier before being relegated in 2014. Their re-entrance to the Premier League in 2018 lasted only 1 season. Stuart Hughes is a lifelong Brentford fan. He hosts the Bees Bulletin podcast. He's also a BBC News producer. Stuart, very good. You almost look like you're about to be in the starting lineup. You've covered wars all over the world. You're about to sit down and watch a football match at home. Which makes you more nervous?
I must admit, given what's at stake today, I've got to say I am full of anticipation and excitement, but I don't know about nerves. The reason being, our Danish head coach says that the team are confident but humble, and I think that goes for the fans as well. We've played Fulham twice so far this season, and we've beaten them twice. The most recent meeting between the two sides was the first game after the restart, after the season was paused because of coronavirus, and we beat them. Our top scorer, Ollie Watkins, has scored 26 goals, exactly the same number as Fulham's feared striker Alexander Mitrovic, the Serbian international.
History doesn't matter, though.
Level on.
It's a one-off, isn't it?
I think
it's a one-off.
But isn't that the joy? Isn't that the joy? There've been a lot of pre-match press conferences by Brentford players and our head coach Thomas Frank in recent days, and he's been saying that it's all down to this one game. There's been some discussion between fans, obviously a lot of rivalry between fans, that we're a small club. One of the slurs that's thrown at Brentford fans all the time is that we're Tin Pot Brentford. It's a term that we hold as something of a badge of honour. Fulham are certainly the bigger club in terms of money, in terms of reputation and history, but we've proved already in so many ways this season that we're more than a match. If you're a neutral, then certainly you're in for a fantastic game between two great footballing sides. But Brentford, I just had a look at the bookies page before I came on here. Brentford are the favourites. I'm not getting too confident. I'm certainly not getting too cocky, and we'll be treating our rivals, our West London rivals, Fulham, with the greatest of respect. But it all comes down to that 90 minutes, and I think both sides will hope it won't go down to extra time and even worse penalties.
Penalties would be agony. What's it like going through these agonies? I think you're in your shed as opposed to the stadium itself.
I am.
What's it going to be like? You're going to be alone in the shed when you should have been with, 80,000 fans in Wembley in a normal year?
Exactly. It's a very strange set of circumstances, and on the Brentford fan sites and social media, lots of fans are getting together, obviously in a socially distant way, in the pubs and bars around Brentford. One of the only things that most people know about Brentford is that our old ground, Griffin Park, has a pub on every corner. We're going to leave that ground for the new season next year. So it's going to be strange. I believe there's going to be several hundred people, that's all. I won't be there. No Brentford fans will be there. There'll just be the core staff and a few journalists there tonight at Wembley. There's going to be cavernous noises echoing around that 90,000-seater stadium. We're sad not to be there. Every Brentford fan's sad not to be there, and every Fulham fan will be as well. But I think if those 90 minutes go our way and we do go up to the Premier League with all of the untold millions that it will involve, then it'll make up for not being there in person.
Well, as you said, a great match for neutrals. Stuart Hughes, thank you so much for joining us. And that's it from us. Do stay with BBC World News.